welcome back to Namic Media, National Awareness Meaning Intuitive Consciousness. Today we got a special guest. If you're into shoes or I have here today Danielle and Damon from Sneaker Museum, Oakland. Welcome, guys. Welcome.
Hi.
Thanks for taking the time out. We finally got this under wraps, so thank you for taking the time out. So I'm gonna let you guys introduce yourselves a little bit. Tell me about Sneaker Museum Oakland. It sounds very interesting. If you guys go on their IG, it's very inspiring with the art and the fashion that they bring and intertwine with it. So you guys tell me a little bit about Sneaker Museum Oakland, what it's all about. Tell the audience for us.
So Sneaker Museum Oakland is going to be an actual museum dedicated to the art of sneaker culture. So that will involve exhibitions featuring sneakers, film, photography, art, sculpture, any type of sneaker paraphernalia you can possibly think of. So just like there's an ice cream museum and, Museum of Modern Art, Museum of African Art, a Jewish museum that tells, different art history stories. And they can be interactive experiences. Like you can watch films inside of like 3D, or there'll be maybe like PowerPoint presentations, but they're encased in like fractured glass and, just different ways of storytelling. So, there'll be all types of technology involved and things of that nature. Interactive exhibits, we'll just call it that. Just to kind of hone in on what the nature and the visuals can look like. So it's just telling different sneaker stories throughout the history of sneakers and, kind of how they've affected America and the world globally.
Absolutely. So do you guys have like a background in art, or how does this come all about? Was it like both of you guys' idea? Who idea was it to come up with this?
You talking to the person whose real idea it is, Danielle.
Okay.
I'm the support. I'm the support. This has been a vision for a very, very long time.
2010.
Since 2010.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had a blog back in the day.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
We surely did. And two, it's on the aspect from a collector's and a consumer perspective and storyline. Like, so what was your favorite shoe? What made you like sneakers? What got you into sneakers? What pulled you in? Because now we know it's more than a culture. It's a lifestyle.
Absolutely. Like for me, honestly, like y'all can remember when they had the castle in Oakland, when they had arcades and so forth. They had I don't think it was called Castle Mount, that's actually a school, but it was a castle in Oakland near the freeway, and they had like all the arcades, they had rides and different things like that. I want to say it was in the early 90s. My mom bought me some Chucks, so that's where it started for me. So I had some Chuck Taylors. I got a pair actually right now. I still rock them to this day. So that what kind of started for me as far as the shoe industry, and then I kind of ran from there. Danielle, you covered a lot, and Damien, on far as the approach that you guys are using, I feel like it's third world thinking, because I was going through you guys if you guys don't mind real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and share something real quick. So here I am, guys. So this one here, I really kind of caught my attention here.
Oh, Tyranny.
Yeah, this one was very nice. I really love the creativity. I love how different it was. I believe those are the Jordan 1s on the right of us here.
Yes.
And those are definitely. Talk to me about this painting, this portrait for me real quick, guys. What do you guys see about this here?
So this is one of my first bosses. When I moved to Oakland, he used to have the first sneaker boutique in Oakland. He owned it about 10 years ago. It was called Verse. And I used to work there. And I used to come out here. I had 2 jobs at the time. I just come home from Brooklyn. And, I was living with my mom, and I had a couple of jobs, and this was one of them. And I used to commute out here and work at his sneaker boutique. So Tierney has all kinds of businesses in Oakland, and he's actually doing some work for us right now. So he's always making something. Like he's
always busy. He got his hands in everything, huh?
Yeah, it just never stops. He's always building something new. And he was like, "Look at my artwork," and I was like, "What? You do artwork now?" Like he's pretty incredible. Like no lie. So I was like, "Let me take some pictures because I like it." And in person, it's even more detailed. Like
picture doesn't do justice then.
No, like the lighting wasn't the best, but he's just the type of person that'll just think of something, he'll just actually do it. It doesn't matter what it is, he'll just do it. So nice. I was like, let me post this because it's nice and it's local and it's something that I haven't seen before. So just giving him some, some love and shout out to him because he's always there. He's just there.
He's still with us. So with all this artwork, we hoping the showcase and catalog. And two, in the near future, we plan on doing like mobile pop-ups.
Nice.
Like a mobile sneaker.
I think that's a good avenue because, like you said, it's a lifestyle. I remember you were saying that, Damon. It's a lifestyle, which it really is. It's like you know how you watch sports and then you say the youngsters they got it in full reps like the leagues. I feel like the shoe game is in that category now. Like the youngsters, they have it far as like every colorway, the throwbacks, the new ones, and then you got the OGs in the game that's been having them from day one. So it's one of those things where I feel like collectively it's all came together. Let me ask you guys a question here. As far as all the shoes from start till now, what shoe changed the game for good? What do you guys think? What shoe changed the game for good?
Nike Huaraches, personal opinion. Jordan 2s, just because they're actual Italian leather before the new trend. And that's way back in the 80s when they were released. So we got Nike Huaraches, Jordan 2s, and let's see. Aesthetically speaking, Jordan 5s, emeralds.
Heat, bringing that heat. The emerald.
Yeah, she is. Ain't she? She bringing that real heat.
I'm saying. How about you, Damien? What you
and then for me, it's gonna be the 95 OG Air Maxes.
I knew he was gonna say that.
You know, the 95s.
I knew it. I love it.
And then from there, we're gonna go Jordan 6s.
Okay. 6s.
The infrareds. You can't never go wrong.
No, you can't.
At all. And then number 3. Right. See, it's silent. See, that's how hard it dropped. And then that'll be those 90 Air Maxes. The Air Max 90s.
90s. You like those Maxes, huh? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Those definitely some heat. I'm gonna add with y'all. What I was thinking on mine was the foam posits.
Okay.
I feel like those changed the game. But to what you said, Air Max 95s, those are the ones, and then Air Force Ones. So, the Air Force Ones for me and during the time frame, it was a big, significant deal. It had all whites and all that good stuff. So
that's a very East Coast list. Shout out to you.
Hey,
that's a very
shout out to the East Coast. One of the things I liked about when I was scrolling through you guys' IG was how you guys shouted out all the essential workers based on the kicks that they were rocking. Let's take a look at some real quick here. So, talk to us a little bit about how, I believe there's another few picks in here as far as essential workers, people that's out on the road doing stuff or, their day-to-day, they're rocking kicks. Talk a little bit about how you guys have opportunities or people that post what kind of kicks that they're, rocking while they're working and stuff like that. How do you come up with that trend?
I mean, I just felt like since I run the page, there was a lot of emphasis going on in the media about white collar essential workers and how, you know, respectfully so special that they are, but they aren't the only special workers that were keeping the world going as far as delivering your hospital supplies and your food to your grocery stores and teaching your kids and answering your social service calls and things of that nature. And they weren't getting any love. Starbucks was giving them coffee and they were getting free meals, and, you know, food trucks were catering their lunches and things of that nature. And everybody else just kind of seemed to forget about the blue collar workers, which also make the world run. So, you know, I just kind of came up with the idea to highlight them because everybody plays a part. If no one's there to deliver your hospital equipment, how are you going to perform your job? You're not. So, you know, for me, it's always important to show that there's more than one cog in the wheel. So just giving them a little bit of, you know, shine and attention because they deserve it too. Who's driving your buses during the pandemic?
Absolutely.
Who's taking you to work? And it's kind of just like, oh, they're supposed to. Well, everybody's supposed to do their job that had to report to work. So
at a point in time.
have some appreciation and respect. So, you know, and there's a lady that I follow on Instagram, and she works in transit in New York City. And she was posting a lot about the way that people were being disrespectful to the operators and the drivers, and even kind of like the way,
you got a chip on their shoulder walking around in this world nowadays. But go ahead.
It was a little bit heart wrenching because I have a lot of family that live in New York City and are from New York City, and some of them, they take public transit to work, and they also were working through the pandemic. So in my opinion, it wasn't fair for them not to get the attention that they deserve as well. Since we're going to highlight individuals, let's make sure everybody gets some attention because they all deserve it. And she was just, you know, saying that they're just kind of overlooked. And in my opinion, it was just like a class thing, like blue collar, you're supposed to. White collar, you really shouldn't have to, even though that's what you signed up for. But you deserve a little bit more of a break, and, you know, for people to have more compassion for you. But you blue collar workers, you guys, we're not really worried about you who are also at risk. So, you know, I just kind of wanted to pay respects to workers in that industry as well, you know, because it's very, very easy to have a one-sided narrative, and I'm not with that at all. So if I can do something about it, I'm gonna step right up and do it.
Well said. So Sneaker Museum Oakland obviously is going to be located in the future in Oakland.
Correct. Yes. Very, very true.
So, you know, I'm thinking, like, when you walk in a museum, you know, you're used to like museums, like, you know, history museums, you know, animal museums, different things like that. But when you walk into a sneaker museum, let's talk about like a typical customer or a fan of what to expect. You talked a little bit about it earlier, Danielle, on the different dynamics on how the viewpoints are going to be and how they can kind of stand out. But like, far as a visual standpoint, is it going to be like a size of a shoe store? Is it going to, you know, like a boutique shop? Is it going to be something that they can purchase shoes or maybe give their art to the museum? How would it go far as, you know, the clientele as a customer coming into the business in the future? How's that going to work for the clientele coming in to visit and taking a look around and things like that? They're going to be able to do purchases, take pictures. What's the thought process behind all that good stuff?
Well, it's going to be, you're going to be able to take pictures. Thinking about like coloring books for the kids to interact. I wanted to do like a signing wall to where you could like take a paintbrush and you could roll your sneaker and sign on the wall, showing that like you've been there.
The soles.
Okay.
The soles, like the soles of the sneakers, all over the wall.
Okay.
Like our tag wall, and then just let you take a whole bunch of pictures. Very interactive, far as video content, where you could have visuals, like AstroTurf, because like the Deion Sanders,
those are nice. Yes.
Right, like the only player that ever played like 2 sports at the same exact time in the same season. Ain't never been done.
People sleeping on that. That's unheard of in today's sport. Think about that for a second. Do you think a player could play 2 sports in today's game? You know what I mean? That's heavy. That's impressive. But go ahead. Yeah.
No, it was only him. It was only Deion Sanders and Bo Jackson. That's it.
Yep.
The only 2.
Yep. Absolutely.
But Deion was the only player that played them both at the same time.
Yeah.
He was flying from one to the next helicopter.
But it'll be like a traditional museum as far as the offerings, like depending on the theme or the theme of the exhibit at that time is how the exhibits will be laid out. So you'll enter, either you'll already have purchased a ticket or you'll buy the ticket there. If you go right, you'll go through these rooms and these experiences. If you go to the left, you'll go this way through the exhibit. And then when it's finished, at the bottom, or once you exit the last exhibit, there'll be an area like a store, like a museum store, where you can buy merchandise from the museum. But we won't be a sneaker retailer. No, that's not what we're going to be offering. We won't be a shoe store. It will be an actual art-based and centered museum. So I guess I love museums. I go to all different types of museums as often as I can. Damon has been with me to some couple of exhibits, but my mother, when I was like in high school, she used to work at a lot of art galleries in San Francisco, and I grew up in Vallejo. So like my dad would make me go with him to pick her up from work on Fridays. And she would bring me in the galleries and show me around and introduce me to all the different art. And I used to think to myself, this is not fun at all. And then as I got older, it just kind of became something that I like, I started to like to do. So, it's funny how life worked out like that. But, it's mashing up art and sneakers, 2 of my favorite things on the entire planet. So why not? You know what I mean? That's absolutely. For me, it's a why not.
Why not, right? Like Westbrook says, why not, right?
Exactly.
You said it's been a long time coming. This is something that isn't happening overnight. How long ago are we talking? Like, is this something that's been since 10, 20 years? How long has it been a thought or a dream, or for you guys?
Shoot, it's been 10 years since we started the first blog, Sneaker Museum Oakland.blogspot.com. That's when the idea came out, right? And he was living in Chicago at the time.
Okay.
I was here in Oakland, and then, we was talking on the phone, and then next thing you know, here comes this idea out my mouth.
Yeah, this is like the 3rd idea. We did a clothing company too. That's a whole nother.
You're blocking. You can't see you.
That's a whole nother venture. So we on like the 3rd.
Okay.
This one we seeing through to the wheels fall off. We didn't have some hiccups, some scares, but we got this new motto: no fear this year. No fear.
Right. Just do
all gas, no brakes.
I like that. No fear this year. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. No fear this year.
But let me ask both of you guys, because Danielle, you said it earlier. The material, how they used to make it back in the day. I can remember the Jordan 12s when my dad got them right back in the day. I could smell the genuine leather. I could smell it. I can hold it was heavy. Now you buy the 12s, it's kind of like you notice a difference in the material, but you're paying a little bit more for shoes. How do you guys feel about price points and material nowadays? Obviously, do you think the material was obviously better back then, more affordable, and we just kind of got with the times? and kind of advance into this new technology? Because I see like a lot of shoes with mesh and different materials. I'm thinking in my head, like, genuine leather was all right with me, depending on what type of model of shoe, of course. But what do you think the price point is at? Do you think it's fair? Do you feel like it's overpriced? Do you think it's right, spot on? How do you guys feel about that whole thing?
Price point is exaggerated.
For me, yeah, it's very exaggerated.
And it's so hard to obtain that it kind of, for me, since bots have taken over the sneaker game as far as buying things online, it's kind of left a sour taste in my mouth because the playing field it's no longer even. It's not based on relationships that you have with people who own stores and run stores. It's based on those bots. And the faster you get that in the basket, the faster you can check out, the faster you can resell them. That's true. So it's definitely, I'll call it, quote unquote, a young man's game, just to generalize, because the kids are dominating the sneaker game right now as far as quantity in every single release. Yeah, they dominate it. They have it. But as far as like passion and kind of history and actual affinity to collect things, it's, for a lot of people, it's a trend, and that's cool. But I'm not a trend humper. That's not what I'm in it for, So it's been prices overinflated, yeah. So I just switch up what I buy. You know what I mean? I know I can get this. It's not gonna be this much. It's going to be quality. I stick to the brands that I trust. You know what I mean? And absolutely. I just try to keep it moving because I like so many different types of sneakers. I'll never have a problem finding something that I like. Even at our low key spots, like we got different spots low key where you can go on $50 and you come out with something brand new. It might not be current season, but it's something that I like and I want it. So I'm going to get it. You know what I mean? But so I'll never lack for wanting, an actual pair of shoes, because I don't just only wear, I just wear Yeezy. I just wear Jordan 1s. I just, I give it to you. I'll go in my closet right now and let you have it. Yeah, like you can't even really.
Woo! Hey, you know what? Hold on, we're gonna pause. We're gonna hold on right here, bro. We're gonna pause. We're gonna get Damien's scoop on it. Pause right there, though. You said your closet. Hold that real quick.
I mean,
Yay.
I talk that talk, but I walk that walk.
I know that you do. Trust me, I can feel it. Damien, how about you? You think the price point?
Yeah, but far as the materials and stuff, all the blends, so the quality went down due to overpopulation, and then the demand. So you had to do these blends while you could rapidly produce sneakers quickly, because real leather right now is going to run you bare minimum $400. If for some real leather on a shoe, it's $400. That's just for the leather. That ain't even the whole shoe.
Very true.
So a real leather shoe today is going to run you about $2,000, easy.
Pricey, the narrow.
100% leather.
100% leather, like leather everything. No synthetic, no blend, no mesh, nothing. No recyclable. Like, Nike's doing all the recyclables and all of that. Like my sneaker collection is all over the place too. I do affordable sneakers, and I used to do all the high end stuff. But if I catch them here and there, I pick them up. But yeah, the quality of shoes and clothes is in a drop like huge. The price tags are they belligerent. They're so over exaggerated.
That put a bad taste in my mouth. I'm gonna shop no more for them.
I mean, you could pick up a shoe right now. You could pick it apart. You could be like, right now, you could really tell if they fake or real. Back in the day, you damn near couldn't really tell because even the fake shoe was still quality with real leather. Now, the fake stuff look fake, and the real is real. Like you could pick through it from fabric, from stitching to all the misprints, and from an A grade shoe to a B grade shoe, like you can tell the difference.
Nice. So So we're gonna get back to Danielle since she has deep in the closet. So that brings me to my next repertoire. So Danielle, and this goes to Danielle too, but I don't know if you got access, Danielle, or not. But if you could bring me just one shoe, not the pairs and all that. I don't want to give you too much to do. If you could bring me one shoe, actually no, bring me two individual shoes of Heat. Bring those real quick. I got something in store for us because I used to work for the shoe store. I used to work for Champ Sports back in the day. So
Champ.
I was assistant store manager, believe it or not. So that was over 15 years ago. So it was kind of like, I got a few gyms left. So, I'm gonna bring one of them out, and then I'm gonna allow Danielle to get her two. I'm gonna bring one. It's one of the ones you guys posted it actually. Yeah.
Oh wow.
You guys posted. I'm gonna bring the first one.
Yeah. So you go first. Should I go get mine or wait till you're done?
You know what? No. Go ahead and get yours. I'm gonna chop it over with Daniel real quick. Go ahead, take your time. Okay. Go ahead and grab those. So Damon, you originally from the East Coast?
I'm originally from Louisiana.
Okay.
But raised in Chicago, yeah.
Okay. Beautiful.
Like
beautiful. So you've been in the game as far as sneakers like from day one, or are you kind of?
Man, I've been in the game with sneakers since '92.
92. I'm saying, back when everything was real, wasn't no cutting corners or anything.
None of that. I had a choice between the fours and a pair of Jabos, and I couldn't get both. So
I remember them damn Jabos.
I chose the African cut Jabos to go to school.
Okay.
Right. And then the next time I went shopping, I grabbed them 95s. Man, from there.
It's a wrap.
It's the rest is history.
Oh man.
The rest is history. And I had a huge sneaker collection a long time ago. I gave away, and then I started collecting again in 2010 when we was thinking about doing this museum.
Okay.
I started again. I came and visit. I looked at a closet and like, well, back to the game.
Back to it. It seems Danielle's back.
Yeah, she back. She back with that serious heat too.
Oh man. So
she gonna fire you up.
Whoa. Hey, that's what's all about the net. Hey, every media needs to see the heat. This is the Sneaker Museum, Oakland. So I'm a gentleman, so we're gonna go ladies first. The queen has to go first. Go ahead, show us that first pair. What we got? What we rocking with here?
Oh man.
Speaking of queens, so funny you would say that. So these are, it's this way, Serena Williams Queen of Heart dunks.
Oh.
These were part of a pack that Nike released, I want to say around 08 or 09. And it's patent leather. I got a pair when I lived in Brooklyn, like around 06, 07. And then I got a second pair because they were very oddly sized. So like they're really big. And then I found a pair on eBay, and then I got those, and those are kind of like a little small, but if you take the insoles out, they fit okay. And then I need to get another pair. I need to get a pair of 8.5s. Those should be perfect. But these were really, really important to me at the time, because one, they weren't giving like female athletes signature shoes, and not even like championship tennis players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Serena, like great champions.
Shoot, that kind of dawned on me. I'm thinking about like, wow.
She's had quite a few, but these would be my favorites. They were actually part of a pack that featured Dontrell Willis. Remember he played for Florida Marlins?
Okay.
I believe he came out of high school, and there were like a few other people that had, they were all dunk based and all like patent leather, but they have such great detail. Like they have a logo in the toe box, her logo in the toe box. It's like SW. I don't know if you can see it in white. And it's like
right there, yeah.
Greek keys outlined in the toe box, and they're just a beautiful shoe. And like they just have like cards all in the midsole and the side panels, and they just, you can't really stop these right now. It's so funny. I got both of these while I lived in Brooklyn. So I don't know if you remember the show Run's House.
Run's House,
yeah,
with the kids,
the daughters,
Run's House,
Vanessa and Angela, and they pitched Russell a shoe line for women, and they
was it cookies? Was it cookies or it was
pastry?
Yeah.
So they had a signing in downtown Brooklyn, so I went to check them out, and I bought a couple pairs of their runners, and I never ever worn them. I bought 2 pairs. Like I got a pair that's like purple and chocolate and white, and I always thought these were just really cute shoes. They're really comfortable, and nice. Thanks. They're the first Black-owned, female-owned sneaker brand to ever exist.
Man, you ain't just dropping a shoe, you dropping knowledge with the shoe. Man.
Museums, history lessons,
Y'all getting a sneak peek here on Namic Media, man, what it's all about. It's not just a shoe that's gonna throw up there. It's meaning, it's purpose. There's a lot of meat and potatoes to this. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Yes.
They were really, really, really nice to meet. Like they were so genuine and so nice and just beautiful girls. And I appreciated them for doing this at that time, because I was like fresh out of college, and I was just kind of trying to figure my way around New York City, and how I was gonna kind of make my mark. But I definitely made my mark on down to that shoe store, to that autograph signing, and got a couple of pairs because I knew that these are an important piece of not only my history, but sneaker history. And they haven't even fallen apart. Like they barely come out of the box. And this was like probably 07 at the latest.
Man, no tarnish, no nothing, huh?
Nah, the soles are already this color, like this off-white color. So, like they didn't yellow like Nikes are. You take them out the box, they're gonna be done in like 6 months. The year they'll just start oxidizing, but these never did that, and they kind of remind me of like a really good bowling shoe.
I won't say it's a bowling shoe, but it looks a little unique in its own way too.
Yeah, they're better design. They're really lightweight too. They're so lightweight, and I don't think this is genuine leather, but it looks good. It's damn good. You know what I mean? And I was looking them up not too long ago, and they actually still make shoes, but they kind of rotated into the like indoor cheerleading lane. So they make shoes for, those type of athletes now. And I'm like, okay, well, at least they didn't disappear. So I'm proud of those too.
Okay. Yeah, that's some heat and some history. I don't know if I'm gonna be as detailed with the history.
We gonna work together if we
absolutely.
Figure it out.
I'm learning already, man. That's a lot of history right there. So I'm gonna show my little 2 pair real quick. I'm gonna start off like I said. You guys had debuted on yours, your IG. I'm gonna go ahead and show this first one here.
Man, or the questions.
You
got it.
Man.
Woo, okay.
Yeah, those are it.
Yeah.
Those are the ones you posted. I want to say the yellow, the Mamba Kobe.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's my little. Y'all sneakerheads, y'all know what this is. So yeah, okay.
Yeah. Those are it right there. I always wanted to pair the red toes.
Now I got 2 of them I'm thinking about. I'm gonna go with this one though. This is the one that hasn't been re-released yet. It is hold on, let me grab
it. Oh man. Drum roll. Okay. Those are from the pack. Are those the 17s?
18s. Jordan 18s.
Yeah.
But you know what, Queen? Since you went ahead and said that number, hold on. Now this one hasn't been re-released yet, but this is the one version of the ones that came in that.
Man, listen. I know those came with a briefcase.
Yes.
Those, did you ever play basketball?
Oh yeah, I played a ton of basketball.
that has to be the reason, because those are some very. Oh, that's when Jordan was playing for the Wizards.
You know it all.
Nah, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I grew up playing sports. I played basketball. I had older brothers. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like that's what it's all about.
So it's one of those things where, you know, we got heat, we got a little bit of heat, but you got the most heat at Sneaker Museum Oakland. But, you know, I don't want to hold you guys too long. I want to thank you guys for being on the show, Namic Media Show. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you. Tell everybody where they can find you at, as far as, you know, any social media platforms, all that good stuff.
Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, Sneaker Museum Oakland. At all three of those.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yep.
Yes.
Hey, once again, Sneaker Museum Oakland, Danielle and Damon signing off. I'll talk to you next time, guys.
All right.
All right. Look forward to it.
Talk to you later.
Peace.
Peace.